This is part 2 to the Sylvia Likens story. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. Some of the children began kicking and beating her. Others extinguished their cigarettes on her skin. As Gertrude and a gang of teenagers watched, Sylvia was forced to undress in the living room and insert an empty Coke bottle in her private area. After the beating, Sylvia was forced into a scalding hot bath so she would be cleansed of her sins. She was severely beaten and burned for wetting her mattress while asleep, and Gertrude decided that Sylvia was no longer fit to live with her children. Near the end, Sylvia was no longer permitted to leave the house. She was thrown down into the cellar stairs and locked in, giving crackers for food, and refused the right to use the bathroom. Gertrude announced to her children that Sylvia was a prostitute and she was proud of it, so let's just put it on her skin. She took a large needle and began to carve the words on her stomach. Richard Hobbs, a nearby neighbor, finished the etching. When Gertrude realized Sylvia may be passing, she forced her to write a note saying a gang of boys beat her up. The plan was to blindfold her and dump her body near the woods with a note. Sylvia tried to escape, but Gertrude and one of the boys stopped her, beating her again and throwing her into the basement. Sylvia's cause of unaliving was determined to be brain swelling, internal hemorrhaging of the brain, and shock induced by Sylvia's extensive skin damage. Sylvia suffered from extreme malnutrition. Sylvia was lying on a solid mattress on the floor of an empty upstairs bedroom. On October 26, 1965, the last time Sylvia's screams were heard, and police were called to 3850 East New York Street. And that's where they found Sylvia's body in the mattress bedroom upstairs. Gertrude told police that Sylvia had been attacked by a gang of boys, and she was even produced a note written by Sylvia's own handwriting that seemed to confirm the story. But the cops could tell by the condition of Sylvia that this had been no single incident. Her body was covered with cuts, severe bruises, and a variety of open sores, and some over 100 cigarette burns, peeling, scald marks, and missing skin. She had 2 black eyes, shredded lips, and fingernails broken backwards. Further, Sylvia's body showed evidence of malnutrition. A 3 was branded on her chest, and the words "I am a prostitute and I am proud of it" were etched onto her stomach. Jenny Likens approached the investigating officer and offered to make a statement, provided she was immediately removed from the home. Over the next several days, police took the entire Benezuski family and 8 neighborhood children into custody. Gertrude's youngest kids were placed in foster homes. Sylvia spent her last weeks of her life shut in a basement of a house without access to food or water. Neighbors who were aware of the Likens' condition into the Benezuski's household had not interfered. Gertrude was arrested and pleaded not guilty by the reason of insanity. Alright guys, follow me for the third and final part to the Sylvia Likens story.